Hey guys, what's going on? It's Shane here. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hey, I wanted to stop by for a minute and talk about sports. We got a lot of stuff going on. The NFL, even though the season is being pushed out a little bit because of some crazy virus, and we've talked about that before, I want to talk about some of the stuff that's going on in free agency right now, so stay tuned. Okay, guys, welcome back. Yes, I just wanted to spend a few minutes. You know how that goes. A few minutes talking about the NFL free agency. Now, we know that the free agent season doesn't start, I think, till 4 o'clock this afternoon. I think today's Wednesday. Yeah, I think so. So, guys, man, it has been an absolute crazy couple of days in the NFL world talking about. Thankfully, we're not talking about the coronavirus all the time right now because the NFL has made some crazy moves. And so I just wanted to talk about a few of those right now. First off, I'm just gonna hit on a few teams. I live close to Nashville. So the Titans are a big deal around here. I'm a Steelers fan. I know some people hate them, but that's okay. I probably hate your team too. So, that being said, I live here close to Nashville and want to talk about the Titans for a few minutes. I know that there was such a big deal people talking about the possibility of Tom Brady coming here, and that was interesting. And we'll get to Tom Brady here in just a few minutes. I guarantee you I want to talk about that. But what's really interesting about this whole thing is the fact that the Titans went on an unbelievable run last year. Was not expecting it. I mean, come on, they went out and signed Ryan Tannehill, or they traded for him. I can't remember which one it was, but man, the Titans went on a roll, went all the way to the AFC Championship game, and ended up getting beat there by the Chiefs, who eventually won the Super Bowl. But man, the Titans were on a run, and there was tossing about the possibility of Tom Brady coming here because he's friends with Mike Vrabel and stuff like that, but yesterday, I think it was yesterday, or the day before, sometime earlier this week, heck, I don't know what day it is, like I said earlier, the Titans decided to go ahead and give Ryan Tannehill, I think, a 4-year contract worth like $118 million. Stupid money, if you ask me. It's stupid money for any athlete to make that kind of money, but I digress on that. Nonetheless, he did get that money. I honestly think it was a good move for the Titans. I think that they needed to shore up that position. I think they needed to go ahead and lock him in. And, I mean, he's younger than Brady and everything. Again, it's Tom Brady. Of course, there would have been some interesting talk if Tom Brady would have come to Nashville. But, nonetheless, Ryan Tannehill is the man on this team right now. Then they turned around and they slapped the franchise tag on Derrick Henry, which he's been wanting a long-term deal. This gives him a pretty good chunk of change for that one season, and they're still working on potentially a long-term deal for Derrick Henry. And I think the Titans have really solidified some good pieces right now. Now, on the flip side of that, they lost one of their most important players in free agency already was their right tackle, Jack Conklin. He ended up signing with the Cleveland Browns of all teams. Gosh, I don't like the Cleveland Browns. I just don't. Most of the reason I don't is because I have a friend, Jordan. He used to be on a YouTube channel with me, and in another lifetime, he was a huge Browns fan, and I know people say that they're fans of certain teams, but this guy actually is. And speaking of the Browns, of course, they did sign Conklin, and which was a big move for them. They needed offensive line work. And they certainly got it. This guy is really, really good. He's going to step right in as a starter, probably I don't know if they'll move him to left tackle or not, but he's really good. So they got Conklin from Tennessee. Then they also signed Austin Hooper, the tight end from the Atlanta Falcons, which is a really, really good pickup. I mean, they've had problems before with David Njoku. He's a freak of nature, but he's very with being that right there, very prone to injury, and he hasn't played a whole lot. He's not lived up quite to his potential, but he very well could. I mean, you think about Cleveland, it's kind of scary. They got Baker Mayfield, and Baker has proved that he's pretty good. They've got Austin Hooper right now. Njoku is your tight ends. You've got Odell Beckham. You've got Jarvis Landry. You've got Nick Chubb. You've got, man, Cleveland is really surprisingly a good-looking young franchise. So hats off to my friend Jordan, who is a Cleveland Browns fan, and hats off to what they're doing up there in Cleveland. It's going to be interesting to see what they do up there in the north. And of course, with the Steelers, they don't make a whole lot of news in free agency. I know that our quarterback situation, Ben's getting a little older, to say the least, and he's taken a few bumps along the road. Supposedly he's on full recovery. He's coming back in the next. He's going to start throwing, I think, or he may already have. You know how that goes. Don't know. So that I'm looking forward to that. I mean, they just signed Derek Watt, which is T.J. Watt's brother, which is J.J. Watt's two other brothers. So all we need is to get J.J. up there in the north. That'd be okay. Get all three of the Watt brothers there. So anyway. So let's continue talking on the quarterback carousel. Man, I just seen that the Carolina Panthers made a crazy deal for Teddy Bridgewater, which Teddy is a good quarterback. I watched him when he was in college. Of course, being here in Kentucky, you've seen him play quite a bit when he was at Louisville. Won a Heisman Trophy there. A really good quarterback. I really think he's a good quarterback. Is he worth $31 million a season? Not 100% sure on that, but the Carolina Panthers certainly think so. So they now have Teddy Bridgewater, and you give somebody that type of money, you're planning on him being the starter. I guarantee you on that. And they still have Cam Newton on the roster, which is interesting to see how that's going to work out, because now Cam has been given the option to go shop himself around to other teams. So that's an interesting, can't wait to see what's going to happen there. Who knows what's going to happen. And it's crazy, the whole shake-up there. I don't know where Cam may end up at. I mean, a lot of the teams that needed quarterbacks, they're kind of jumping into this thing real quickly, which is kind of surprising. Then you've got Phillip Rivers going to the Indianapolis Colts, which I think is a really good deal. I mean, it's just a one-year deal, $25 million. Shoot, I would take that deal. Are you kidding me? But Phillip Rivers is a really, really good quarterback. They need one. Unfortunately, Jacoby Brisket. I don't know what his last name is. That guy, the guy that was their quarterback, he just kind of had kind of one of those type things. And so I think that Phillip Rivers definitely shores up that position. Going to be interesting to see what they have up there. They don't have a lot of weapons around him, to be honest with you. So that being said, the Dallas Cowboys, they just recently, Dak Prescott has been their guy since Romo left. And they haven't really showed him any love, if you ask me. Just to be honest with you, I know that if all these other if Teddy Bridgewater's getting $63 million over 3, Dak Prescott should get like $150 million over 2. I'm telling you, Dak is better than Teddy Bridgewater. And Dallas needs to pay the guy. I do not like Dallas, cannot stand Dallas, but I do like Dak Prescott. The guy deserves to get paid. He's done great things in Dallas. I mean, when they go ahead and sign Amari Cooper for 5 years, $100 million for Amari Cooper, somebody that is maybe the 15th best wide receiver in the NFL. Come on, guys. Think about that. It's stupid money that they're throwing around here, because everybody's losing their dang mind right now, trying to find their quarterback, trying to find a system that works with them. Guys, it's crazy right now. Marcus Mariota, former Tennessee Titan, just got signed by the Las Vegas Raiders. So that's an interesting move. Marcus Mariota was a decent quarterback here in Nashville. He's got some work to do, and it's going to be interesting to see what Gruden can do with him. And then I seen that Jason Witten just signed with Las Vegas, but that leaves Derek Carr out. So you got that going on. Guys, there's just so much going on, but last, but certainly not least, the fact that Tom Brady People, you can say what you want to with him. You can call him the GOAT. You can call him whatever you want to. I've called him a lot of stuff in the past because he's beaten the crap out of my team for so many years. But the fact that he is now gone from the New England Patriots and going to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, it's just weird to me. Tom Brady should have retired in a New England Patriots uniform. That's all there is to it. He played 20 years for them. Took them to 9 Super Bowls in 20. That's just stupid. That's crazy numbers. But he did. Won 6 of them. Hats off to the guy. But for the fact that he's going to Tampa Bay now, that's an interesting scenario in itself. And they're talking on SportsCenter this morning that he is wanting them to sign Antonio Brown. I mean, they've already got Mike Evans. They got a lot of weapons down there. So who knows, guys? Man, there's so many things, and I look up on SportsCenter right now, and they're talking about DeAndre Hopkins. The Texans traded DeAndre Hopkins to the Arizona Cardinals for David Johnson. Now, that at first may seem like a good deal. David Johnson played good enough to get paid, honestly, and that's it. David Johnson, they might as well have traded him for Jackie Moon and a washing machine. Are you kidding me? Come on now. Why would you give away DeAndre Hopkins? That's crazy to me. That just absolutely boggles my mind that they would do that. There's been some other trades that's going on, and it's just teams are losing it right now. And they always do at the beginning of free agency, so I'm curious to see what else is coming up. So, guys, I know I've been rambling a long time, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the NFL free agency. Let me know what you think about it. Maybe your team has picked up somebody. Maybe you're excited. Maybe you're like, okay, let's go ahead and get this season over with. Who knows? What if they don't play at all because we got the dumb virus going around? So I'm just curious to see what you have to think about it. So, guys, make sure you do all of the stuff you know to do. Like, comment, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. Let me know what you think about your team, what's going on, and we will be seeing you soon.